Hello. I wanted to make a quick video as like a look back or an overview of the sketch session I just did. I had prepared some pages in advance because it was a night sketch. This was the first time for the Reading Drawing Guild to do night sketching sessions. So I wanted to kind of show you what I did. What was the outcome? So I did prep some pages. I'll show those here actually while I'm talking and giving an introduction. But I did one with ink. I did some acrylic paint, acrylic gouache, Liquitex acrylic gouache. Some more watercolor. This was watercolor. It's in an indigo blue. And then I also did some pastel. So I did this yellow, which I thought was really interesting, something fun. And then I did another pastel, but I don't know what the color is. I mean, I have it here with me, but I don't know what the color is called. It was in one of my sets. No, it's not one of my sets. I think I bought it individually. Let me look here. So the first sketch I did is what you see here. I was really excited to sketch the carousel. The grand carousel up at Knoebels is iconic, and it was like the main reason I wanted to go up there. So I spent a good 40 minutes making this sketch. I started with some Posca marker to kind of lay down some of the shapes, just to start getting my layout and my composition. And then I went back in with lots of neo colors. I used mostly this set here. I have another container of a few neo colors, but this is what I mostly use. It's a mashup of colors. These are old ones, a couple new ones. Like this is newish. But that's what I used for this. The background is it's a custom mix ink that I have. It's sterling, I think it's sterling silver, cast iron electric patina by Birmingham Pen Company. I love their inks, and I love making the custom mixes, and I put them in these Pentel brush pens that make them super easy. But I'm really, really pleased with how this turned out. I mean, I really focused on the horse, the carved horses, and then there's like I forget what they call these, carts, sleighs. It's escaping me. And I wanted to get the shape of the carousel in, and it's so ornate, and it's all hand carved, or I should say mostly hand carved. There's mirrors on it. There's little scenes depicted around the top. There's like these shields, and there's so much to it to capture, but I just wanted to capture kind of like the essence, and I feel like I did that with this. Even though it was like at a weird angle and there was like a fence in the way to keep people, you know, from running up to the carousel, obviously. And then as I got towards the end, I wanted to try to get maybe a little more expressive lines in there. So I put in some outlines of the other shapes in there of like other horses. There are a lot of horses on there. So I was really happy with how this turned out. And then as I moved on, I found, let me see, I went over to this yellow submarine ride. It's called the Crazy Submarine. And walking into the park, I saw this ride and I knew I wanted to draw it. So I made my way over there. I did a really quick sketch. This was probably 10-15 minutes. I'd say probably closer to 15, because we only had 2 hours to sketch, and that was my doing. You know, I wanted to keep it quick but also easy and not take up, you know, an entire day for people. But that also meant I was scrambling because there were so many things I wanted to sketch, and I honestly, I think I could go up there an entire day and just sketch. And it even dawned on me to take concertina sketchbook and just do the different attractions and rides in a single concertina. I think that would be amazing. So I think that could be done, but we'll see if I can fit that in this year. I think that would be a lot of fun. So I did this one, was really happy how it came out. It was kind of fun. And then I think I went back to the carousel. And this was just the acrylic gouache background. And I just used a Posca just to draw more of the carousel horses. It might be really hard to see on camera. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of see the lines. You know what, maybe I'll try to bring it up closer. Yeah, that's better. So there you can just see the lines. I just wanted to do some quick line drawings. I think that worked out pretty well. Again, quick sketch. And this is the only one I did in this sketchbook. And I think that's the only pages I prepared in here. I really like the pith right now. I felt like I wanted that textured paper, and this has that softer paper than my MD products. This is a thick sketchbook, but the pages are a little smoother. This has more of that natural feel. So yeah, then after the Crazy Submarine and the sketched horses, I started walking towards the Ferris wheel. I knew I wanted to sketch the Ferris wheel, but I got stopped in my tracks by this ticketing booth. It was a retro design. It has these carved wooden pieces on each side. I would love, can I just say, Knobles, I would love a documentary on the people that make the designs and the signage around the park, because I am obsessed. Like, I've been obsessed since I was young. You know, I've been going to Knobles since I was a kid, and it just has that great nostalgic old-timey feel. But this ticket booth, I tried to quickly get it. Again, this was like 10 minutes. And I actually had people stopping to watch me and asking me questions, talking to me. I had one person try to commission me for work. And I was like, no, I just do this for fun. But I got this gal in here in the ticket booth, and I got the basic gist of the ticket booth. If I would have had more time, I would have really worked on some of the lighting, because it was really fantastic. There was this great glow coming out of here. And again, once it became nighttime, my colors were completely off. Like, I was just trying to pick these neo colors out of here, and it was really difficult because I couldn't really see what I was picking. I got pretty close. Like, I didn't get too far off. And I guess I used my white Posca here. I didn't realize I used my white one. I try to use this ivory one for a lot of things, but I use the white here. And then there's also an arcade playland, has these neons and then the neon sign, so I quick threw that in there. But I was really pleased with how experiencing this sketch. I'm not necessarily pleased with the results. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. But I was really excited for the experience of sketching this. I really wanted to get that in. And then I got over to the Ferris wheel, and it was really dark, and the lighting of the Ferris wheel and the other rides really, let me see if I can get this in frame. There we go. Really messed with my color perception. So this is, I got like this ticketing booth in, it's in purples. I don't know. I got some of the trees in. I got those kind of correct, even though I used like a, whatever this color is. What is this called? The jade green. I use the jade green to kind of mark them out to start. But the Ferris wheel has red, blue, and white neons on it. And that was really all I could see. So it was really difficult to kind of get a good impression of it. So then I started like sketching in really quickly, just like the people silhouettes, which I thought was kind of fun. I sketched in the cars on the Ferris wheel real lightly. And again, I don't hate it. I don't love it, but it gave me a quick impression of the Ferris wheel. And again, it was probably 10 minutes, maybe even less, because by that point, I think we were both ready to leave. Yeah, so that's an overview of my first night sketch session at Knobles Amusement Resort. We just call it Knobles, but I guess their formal name is Knobles Amusement Resort. So I can't say I'll be going up there at night again. Maybe I'd like to go there during the day. I would love to do the haunted house. That was a big favorite of mine when I was younger. Like we would, you know, as a teenager, we would go on the haunted house and we would just keep going on and going on. It was so much fun. I also love the roller coasters. The Phoenix is a big one. And what else? Oh, the log flume. We walked past the log flume. Almost got splashed. We didn't. But yeah, I'm really happy that I got to do the Grand Carousel. That's my favorite. And I really enjoy this sketch. But this is what I got. And I am excited to see what else this year's sketches bring. I mean, we're halfway through the year at this point, more than halfway. I've had a lot of great experiences, and this is just another one to kind of, I guess you put the little feather in your cap. I did some night sketches, or nocturnes as they like to call them. That's it for now. I hope you enjoyed seeing my little overview, and I hope you're finding some time to sketch as well. And if you're not, squeeze it in, because that's the only way it gets done, right? At least for me. I would love to try to draw in some of these horses from memory. Maybe that'll be a separate video. Who knows? Or maybe I'll keep moving on. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.